大家好, what's your size you? Or in English, I'm set go for me to eat lucky items, prosper and be lucky every moment of your life. A lucky day to all mga kalaki-pai kung saan kahit wala kang kipay. Pwede kang manood. Char! So for today's video, a lucky day to all mga kapechay, I will be sharing with you kung ano yung ginagamit ko na charm para mabilis matupad yung mga wishes ko or yung mga prayers and dreams ko. So first of all, this is the charm what we call 一千yen,一千秀. Kuwain ma 一千yen,一千秀. So ano ang ibig sabihin ng kuwain ma 一千yen,一千秀? So ito siya. Ayan, makikita ninyo. Ayan, ang dami niyang kamay. Ayan, kita ba? Ayan. So makikita ninyo ang dami niyang kamay, 'di ba? And then sa kamay na 'yan may yung palad, nakikita nyo, parang may mga dots. Yan po yung mga mata. So, ibig sabihin ng 一千yen is 1,000 hands. 一千秀 is 1,000 eyes. So, bakit ko i-introduce sa inyo yung charm na ito? Actually, this charm, iba-iba po siya depende sa budget ninyo, ha? Pag budgetarian, you can try this. Ayan. Ayan, mga budgetarian. Ayan, ito din, pang mga budgetarian. Pag may konting budget, ito maganda. Kasi carving ito ha, hindi ito printed. Naka-carve yan, kaya maganda. So, i-discuss ko sa inyo. O, pili kayo dyan kung anong gusto nyong design ha. Pero ako ito gusto ko. Ayan. Kasi gawa din siya sa copper. Tapos, ayan. And then, ito. Ayan. So, kasi po, na-discover ko itong devotion or what we call paying homage to Kwain Ma. Matagal na panahon na bata pa ako, kilala ko na siya. And then, in the form of the sitting Kwain Ma lang, yun lang, dun ko lang siya kilala. Pero I was attending the Dharma talk. When we say Dharma talk, it is like katekismo sa mga Katoliko or sa mga Christians. Yun po yung katumbas niya pag sinabi nating Dharma talk. So being that said, I was attending this event and then may isang nagtanong dun sa master. Sabi niya, Master, ang dami ko pong mga plano, ang dami ko pong mga dreams, ang dami ko pong mga gustong gawin, pero bakit hindi ko po magawa? Nagdadasal naman po ako lagi, pero hindi siya na susunod. And then, sabi ng master, sige tuturuan kita, bibigyan kita ng dasal. Tawag dito is Chundi Darani. So, the mantra goes this way. Namo Saptanam Samyaksam Buddhaya Om Chale Chande Chunde Chande Soha. So, the prayer goes like that. And then, tinry ko, sabi ko, sige nga itry ko. Pero pinapatugtog ko Chinese and then Sanskrit. So sabi ko, sige na nga, patugtugin ko. Try ko lang, sabi ko gano'n. Tapos, sabi ko, habang pinapatugtog ko, nagdadasal ako. Sabi ko, kuhain my 一千yen, 一千秀. Sabi ko, please, grant mo yung wish ko. Sabi ko gano'n. Pangako ko sa'yo, pag nag-grant yung wish ko, i-share ko ikaw, i-share ko kung paano ka nagbibigay ng mga wishes ng mga tao. So, tinry ko lang naman. And then, nagulat ako. Kinabukasan, natupad agad yung wish ko. So, sabi ko, ay, sige, kailangan ko na i-share. Ngayon, dito sa video na to, sinishare ko na po sa inyo yung nangyari sa akin na natupad yung wish ko. Kaya, ang katumbas po nito ni Kwain Ma sa atin is si Mama Mary. So, ayan, edi sabi ko, dadasal ako. Tapos, ayun nga, natupad. Sabi ko, sige, isi-share ko na. Sabi ko, isi-share kita para mas marami pang taong mabless and mas marami pa po kayong matulungan. Kasi nag-vow siya na hindi siya aakyat ng langit hanggat hindi niya nabibigyan ng tulong lahat ng tao. Ibig sabihin ng tulong niya is hindi lahat nakakapunta sa langit kasi alam naman natin na dito sa mundo maraming suffering and sabi niya hindi po ako aakyat ng langit kahit anong gawin ninyo hanggat hindi ko po lahat na iaakyat sa langit yung mga kaluluwa nila. So ayun na nga ang nangyari. Hanggang ngayon nandito pa rin siya sa ating piling kasi hanggat may mga taong nagsasuffer sa mga problems, nagsasuffer sa relationship, may namalas, lagi lang siyang nandito Kaya nga ang ibig sabihin ng Kuwain Ma is nanay na nakikinig sa mga iyak ng anak. 'Di ba? Ang ganda po ng meaning. And alam naman natin that a mother's love is from cradle to grave. So, ayan, kaya inintroduce ko siya sa inyo. Ayan, napili na lang kayo. Ito, pag may budget, pag budgetarian, of course, gusto ko lahat makaka-avail. Ito yung mga mura lang. Ayan, mga affordable. Ayan. And then, I will be putting here the video. I got it from a master, so it is a reliable source that explaining kung paano nangyari yung form niya na bakit siya maraming kamay, bakit 1,000 kamay, 1,000 mata ang nangyari. And then, kung paano siya nakatulong sa mga tao. Medyo mahaba lang po yung video, siguro around 5 minutes, but I will be making sure na makakapulot po kayo ng lesson from it na sabihin ko ba? Sige, sabihin ko na it is very necessary or it is imperative for a person to help one another because after all, we the sentient being are here for generosity and we are here because of the love of God. And I hope na panoorin nyo pa rin po yung video na yun. Dito rin po siya sa video ko na to. No, it was discussed by a Master Abes, ano ba? Char. So it was discussed by the Master Abis na ibig sabihin po kasi ng Abis, kumbaga sa madre, siya po yung Mother Superiora. So, ayun po. Please watch that. And also, ipapakita ko sa inyo, explaining, din after din nun, yung kung ano naman yung ibig sabihin ng mga hawak niya. Kasi nakita ninyo, di ba marami siyang hawak. Ayan. Ilalagay ko din po sa video na to. So, siguraduhin ninyo po na tapusin niyo siya para ang information ninyo ay full and hindi lang po kayo, ay pabili ako ng ganyan, ganun. Gusto ko po kasi lahat kayo informed. Hindi lang yung sinabi ko na ganito, kukunin nyo na tas hindi nyo pala alam anong ibig sabihin. Gusto ko po kasi lahat is well educated as to not make you naive of things and as well as para syempre lahat tayo mas swertihin kasi kapag meron tayong knowledge, mas nabuboost po yung self natin. And let us always remember that in wisdom, there is another way that we gain responsible for things as well as for the salvation of ourselves. Maraming salamat po. Sisien.
The main deity is the Thousand Hands Avalokitesvara. The full name of the main deity is the Thousand Hands and Thousand Eyes Avalokitesvara, which is one of the 6 Avalokitesvara in Tantric Buddhism. At the top of the Avalokitesvara statue, there are 5 other heads and the biggest one belongs to Amitabha, while the rest represent Avalokitesvara. This multi-head appearance is derived from the 11 phases of Avalokitesvara in Tantric Buddhism. Regarding the Thousand Hands and Thousand Eyes Avalokitesvara, there's little portrayal of the Avalokitesvara with 1,000 arms in history. The 1,000 arms depiction is usually representative only. In the ancient Buddha pit, the deity is depicted with 24 arms, each arm wearing a bracelet with 2 palms in a praying position before the chest, with 2 other hands holding a Chittamani in a meditation mudra. The remaining 20 arms are extended from the back, which cross each other and creating a kind of glowing effect. The deity is seen carrying various items, including the sun and moon money, round-shaped and square-shaped 7-section gold whip, short-handed crescent blade, short-handed halberd, treasure seal with a wang character, long-handed green dragon crescent blade, war hammer, long-handed halberd, 如意, chanting beads, 7-star sword, melon-shaped hammer, round blade axe, and traditional ruler.
Is our main actress today. This Guan Yin Pusa is a special form of body. She has 1,000 arms, 1,000 eyes. So we say 1,000 arm channeling, Guanyin Pusa. Of course, in the history, we know the Guanyin Pusa have a different various form of the body. Some have 11 arms, 2 arms, or Tibetan Buddhism have 4 arm Guanyin. And today we are going to talk about this, which is 1,000 arm Guanyin Pusa. As I mentioned earlier, she was born in a very beautiful piece of the land, and his father was a king of this kingdom. When she was born, the Princess Miaoshan was born, and all the sky full with all the maid or the servant around her can smell from the baby, from the childhood when she will grow up. She always have frequent in her body. She had this very good smell. So people don't know why her body always have that very good smell. But one day, there's one chance discover why she's so different. There's as I mentioned earlier, the king have the 3 daughters, 3 princesses. These 3 princesses was having some gathering in the royal garden, the backyard. And the older sisters say, why, I wish we always can stay together like this. Have very flourish life, good father, good mother, everything, very wealthy lives. And I do not want one day we will separate one and another. Then second princess, her name is Miaoyin. The princess say, no, sister, it cannot be true because we are all women. One day we will all get married and we will leave the paradise, these royal kings, big paradise. So, and the youngest princess, which is Miaoshan, Princess Miaoshan, which is the Guanyin Pusa, previous life. Then she say, she remained silent, and she finally say a word. She say, nothing is permanent. Our life is like the sky, there's a crowd, come and go. It's nothing can be permanent, stay there forever. So that's something people can feel, the Princess Miaoshan, the differences between her mind, what she wants to have her life, with different 2 sisters. So when they grow up, the king decided to try to recruit the handsome man for them to get married. And the first princess, Miaojin, she found the man she loved, and also king approved, so she married him. The second princess, Miaoyin, also fall in love with a young handsome man, so the king also, she is in the progress of enlightenment. And as we know, the king, Miaozhuang, the Prince of Miaoshan's father, is to keep waiting, right? Keep waiting. The Princess Miaoshan, the daughter can change her mind coming back to the royal family, stay with her, stay with all the family together. But the king realized that the Princess Miaoshan doesn't change her mind at all. So he was even more depressed and become extremely angry. So he ordered all his captain and the soldier members to say, now go to the mountain, try to burn this monastery, this temple, and kill all the monk and the nun to discontinue their practices, because I do not wish my princess stay with them. So all the soldiers come, set at the fire, burn this monastery. A lot of monk and nuns try to escape. The Princess Miaoshan suddenly realized this all disaster, this killing can make, caused by her, by she escaping from a royal family, from his father. her father. So she decided to sacrifice herself. So she cut her own finger, and the blood sprayed all over the sky. The sky become fully redness and become like a water liquid to suddenly to demolish all the fire around the monastery, among the temple. So it's able to save all the monks and nuns in the temple. So she decided to sacrifice herself. By her own kind, compassionate wishes, all the protector and Buddha already realized and hear her wish. So the Buddha come with the sky, with a crowd, appear in front of a Princess Miaoshan. And the Buddha told the Miaoshan, I'm going to save you from this condition. Now you are liberated yourself because you willing to sacrifice yourself to helping all the sentient beings and avoiding the soldier captain and then to killing those monks and nuns. You are willing to sacrifice yourself is true practice of the Buddha, true practice of the cultivation. This is called the inner wisdom. And you are on the path to liberate this wisdom. I'm very happy for you. Buddha told the Princess Miaoshan, you are on this path of liberation. So suddenly, this Princess Miaoshan realized she is in good faith in the cultivation. And she still continue in the mountain to practice in rural area in the mountain. And one day, she got some news from a secret goddess from the sky. The secret goddess told the Princess Miaoshan, your father in severe illness. He is dying. And your father need a holy person who have a good faith, is already on the path of the liberation. Had this person eyes, hands to become one of his medicine to cure the king's severe illness. The Princess Miaoshan, when she heard this goddess told her, his father need a relative's hand and eyes to be a medicine in order to cure his father's life. And no second thought, the Princess Miaoshan immediately to take out her both eyes, to cut down her both arms, giving to this goddess man, and pass to the king, which is her father. So when the king ate this medicine, he finally recovered. And the goddess man told the king, this medicine, the eyes and hands, is from your daughter, which the one you destroy her cultivation path. You almost want to cure her. She still practice her bodhicitta, practice her kindness, practice her compassion, practice her path in the liberation path. So she offered her body, her eyes, her hand for your medicine. So suddenly, the king Miaozhuang cried severely and almost fade away. And he said, I feel so sorry for my daughter. I must do a sincere prayer for her. Let her can recover. So the king Miaozhuang prayed to Buddha, okay, sincerely knees down himself and facing the sky and prayed to the Buddha. And the Buddha was always hearing all the sentient beings calling and the wishes. And the Buddha heard the king, his wish. And so Buddha come to the king to tell him, I'm going to wish you, fulfill your wishes. So the king Miaozhang told the Buddha, if my daughter Princess Miaoshan can recover from her hand, her eyes, her life, I want her can recover as 1,000 arms, 1,000 hands, because she was so compassionate to all the sentient beings, sacrificed her life for the monks, for the nuns, for the soldiers, for the captain, for me. So I wish and I sincerely do the prayer for the Buddha, please fulfill my wishes. And suddenly, the diseased Princess Miaoshan recovered her body even more beautifully than before. She had 1,000 arms now, she had 1,000 beautiful hands, which she can hear all the sentient beings calling her, wish her helps. So this was suddenly happened like just a magic, you know. So the father of the Princess Miaoshan, the king, was so surprised, so shocked, and so touched by Lord Buddha's compassionate heart. So she also became a Buddhist, decided to become a practitioner, follower of the Buddha's path. And this is the part of the important story of the Princess Miaoshan, how she was being born, and she was so different when she was young, and she chose to become a practitioner. She doesn't want to get married with a handsome man. She decided to leave the royal family, all the precious life, to the mountain, stay in the monastic member. And she decided to sacrifice her life with all the sentient beings to save others. So, this is her majority of the path of this one time of life. And this happened, fulfill her wishes. And also she is able to educate her father, who is the king, to finally become a devotee Buddhist practitioner, willing to walk on the path of a self-realization, self-liberation.